Alrighty, what's going on everybody? Steve here. This time I'm going to do a video on fixing this piece of shit. So this is my ipursa 3 that I purchased from a Chinese website called GearBest. I got it for about $1.99, free shipping. There were some issues with it, some parts that were, I guess, just weak, you know. And let me just show you some stuff here real quick, what I was doing. Alright, so this is the carage. It's basically a printed ABS, and it has this aluminum latch on here that you usually hook on your heated head or your extruder, right? Thing with this is that if it gets too hot, it melts and warps, and you can tell at the angle it's at, so it's kind of shitty, right? So it worked. It was just causing prints to be kind of weird, and also caused aligning or alignment to be a bit difficult. So instead, I went ahead and purchased this little aluminum size X carriage from eBay. I think it was something like 12 bucks or something like that, or no, actually maybe 30 bucks. The thing is that this also came from China, and the bearings on this thing, as soon as I put this thing on there, the bearings started falling out. So that sucks. So now if you slide it, it has a slight grind to it, so it's not as smooth as I wanted. So I went ahead and ordered some new bearings. Unfortunately, these also come from China. It seems like everything with bearings comes from China. I don't see any loose bearings in here, so hopefully they'll be good. So today what I'm going to do is go ahead and remove this X carriage off the rods here, and then go ahead and replace the bearings back here, and then put it back together hopefully, and get these belts on there, and then get the extruder on there, and then hopefully actually do a print test. I've been basically not wanting to do this for a while because, well, shit, it's tedious. So with that, I got all these animals here. No, fuck off, cat. So I need to go ahead and get this thing powered up so I can get this thing off, and also need to get these top bolts off, so I need to get some tools. I got everything on another table over here, and if the cat jumps on the table, sorry. I'm pretty sure y'all enjoy the cat though. So I'm just come over here and grab all my little Allen wrenches. There's that fucking cat. What are you doing? Get up. Alright. So, trying to find the right thing. Okay. It's never the Allen wrenches they send you. Alright, so I've already been messing with this for a while here, so that's not it. Here we go. So on these, we just got to undo one of these. And for the most part, they're soft enough to be able to do with your hand. It's actually spinning down there, so I actually got a little ratchet here that I've been using. It's tiny. You put on loose. I need to get a little pair of pliers so I can hold the bottom part. Unfortunately, I don't have a little pair of pliers, so I just need to do this just enough to, loosen the. There we go. And then that comes off easily. Just don't want to drop the nut. There we go. So I'll put that down here, which I'm sure the cat will knock it over and start throwing it all over the fucking place. And we'll just slide that over. There we go. So now this rod will clear. This is just a, what do you call it? A stabilization rod for it. Oh, actually, I'm looking at this whole thing now, and it looks like I have to take this whole thing off because this plastic piece hasn't come up, so this thing that I just took off was pointless for me to do. So I'm just going to go ahead and tighten it back up. Cat, you son of a bitch. The cat's over there on my monitor, and it's seeing my hands, so it's trying to play with it. It's about to drop my freaking mouse. Shut up. There. I think it's still recording. Yeah, it's recording, hopefully. I'm not streaming right now, I'm just doing regular recording. Alright, so it looks like it's two of these that I gotta take off. These actually have the built-in nut holder. So that's cool. Okay, that is a 4K monitor. Fuck off, cat. Cat's trying to claw it at it, and if it was just a regular 40-inch screen, that'd be great, but it's a 40-inch 4K. What'd I do with that thing? Oh my gosh, I put it down I don't see it no more. Oh, there it rolled. Ah. Yeah, I bought this Seki 40K LCD for $360. I didn't believe it, but I was like, what bullshit. So I went ahead and ordered it, and holy crap, I actually got it. And I was like, oh, this thing's gonna be broken, right? And no, it wasn't broken. So that's like actually the first, I don't know, was it? No, every single time I've ordered a monitor, they've always been broken. So I most likely have sent that one back and got me another one. It never fails. Every time I order some kind of large screen, it comes broken. Okay. So I can just roll these until it pops up. That's going to take forever. I got the motors actually hooked on here, and I got some power. So I'm just going to go ahead and plug this thing in. There we go. Turn the power source on. Dog's behind me now, so I can't even sit down. I'm going to sit on your face, dog. There we go. Ah. Okay. So we're just going to do this X. Actually, that'll be the Y axis. So where are we? Come on. Positions. We want Y fast. That's not it. Oh, it's Z axis. That's right. Shit. All right. Cool. Come on, just a little bit more. It's almost gonna slide off. A little bit more. There we go. Alright, that's done. And now we can turn you off. There we go. That's all we needed. So I'm gonna go ahead and unplug this just to be safe. Alright, so this is our X carriage. I need to get this belt off here so I don't damage it. Alright, so here's our tension switch, or whatever, our limited switch, but this little H broke. I made some replacement H's, so I guess I can put those on there unless that is a replacement. It looks like it might be a replacement, but holy shit, it broke too. It's horrible. I just need to build like a proper end switch, like something that has wood or something that will hold on good. Alright, so to slide these off, basically there's these little tensioning nuts over here, or bolts. You just loosen them up a little bit, and that'll relieve pressure off your rods, and you just slide it off. And here we go. Let's slide this thing off. I'll put this down real quick here, because I want to see if any bearings fly out of here. Okay, so this side over here, is missing bearings. They're just not in there good. So this pack I bought, if I can keep, like these is one big giant thing. So we might actually have to do some drilling here. That's unfortunate. I did not anticipate that. The other option would be to drill some new holes for them, and then we can actually get them in there. Let's see, if we were to do that, we put two here. That'd be a very tight fit. Yeah, that wouldn't be good. So are we able to do this? And the other option is just to replace one. No, because those two will align. I should still be able to do this. Okay, everything looks to be using the same thing. Alright, so the top bearing looks good. I wonder if I should just replace it. The thing is, I don't know if these are any better. So what I need to do is actually open one of these up and try it out. So let's get our rod here. Let's put it on there. That runs real smooth. What about this one? it runs smooth, but feels a little bit gritty. That one definitely feels gritty. That feels like a freaking dream. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and swap these things out here. No, of course that's not gonna be the right size. Let me get my key set. So I got this lovely thing from Harbor Freight. It has a whole bunch of sizes, and so pretty good. Just trying to find one that fits pretty tight. There we go. Okay. He's making noise. I'm in one of the spare bedrooms here that I have, and it's not really furnished well. I mean, it has a futon, 2 desks, and another computer desk with a 40-inch monitor over there. Okay, so this bearing's off. Let's try this bearing again by itself. That runs very smooth. Either way, I'm going to swap it. So one of the things that might cause it to not run as smooth is the alignment of the basically the drill here, the holes, the positioning. That it might be that it's off and it's causing it a little too much pressure on one end or something. These bearings already come pre-lubricated, but I'll still put in a little bit of oil or something. I also saw that a lot of people are using the printed freaking bearings, which is pretty cool. Now these, I'm not going to over tighten them at all, just enough to get it in there. Alright, so this is the other one. It's a long bearing. This is the one that's messed up. I mean, I could put 2 and just put 2 holes and do it that way. It'll make it stick out more. It'll be basically sticking out like that much more. Or I can put 1 and do that, but it's not going to be anchored unless I put new holes in it, new drill holes. Oh, plus this thing here where the belt hooks onto. Yeah, without that nut there, I'm not going to be able to pinch the belt down, so I think I'm screwed here. Man, yeah, I'm going to have to buy a bearing this size with that pre-drill hole so I can do the belt. I mean, I'm sure I could find a different way to, mount the belt on here. Oh, man, that sucks. I think I do have a remover. I might be able to just go ahead and pop these out and just actually replace the bearing that goes on the inside. I should have bearings like that because, I mean, they're right here. This one, well, not this one, but yeah, I guess these are. Let me see if I can look at this one. So you see this, here. These also have the bearings inside. Thing is that I don't believe this sleeve would fit in there, would it? You know what? I think it will. I might be able to just swap the sleeves out with the one in here, and then we'll be good. If that's the case, I just need a ring remover. I should have one. Where would it be? It'd be in that other room. Let me see if I've got something here. I got some needle nose. you can see these needle nose will fit. If they won't, then I'll have to go get the other tool. So the way these little rings work, you just got to press down, collapse them, and then pop them, pull the spring, and then pull it out. Dog. You know, I'm gonna get the other tool because this is probably gonna round it out or something. Come on, dog. Let's get out of here, kid. Come on. Don't trip over freaking cables. Stay there, dog. Alright, I found them. They're not perfect, man. They're basically real smooth ones. They don't have the little lips on there, but let's see if we'll grab it. There it goes. That wasn't too bad. Okay, so then we just flip it around, and we should be able to push out this bearing. So there's one of them. It looks like there's a sleeve that holds the other one. See, is this bearing bad? No. Let's remove the other one here. Let's find this. There we go, rod. This is the other bearing. Now they all run real smooth. No, that all looks good. This one here is missing some balls. Yeah, so this one is the bad one. Basically inside there's little balls and there's a little channel that they go in that they flip around and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and replace it with one of these. Do I have some small wire cutters? I should. I have small wire cutters here. I got scissors. I want scissors. Oh, here are wire cutters. So this one's basically held on with wires. So I'm just going to go ahead and wires. I mean zip ties. So I'm going to go ahead and just snap these zip ties off. There we go. We've got one of the bearings. Bearing looks good. It looks complete. Let's try the slide. That slide's good. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get this in here. Hold on. What the heck? Okay, there we go. So that's sliding there fine. Was this the other good one? Was this the bad one? This is the bad one. Okay. This is the other good one. It doesn't want to slide in. This one came from here. There it goes. Okay. Alright, so they're both in there. They're both in there good. So let's go ahead and get this ring back in here. Too far, gotta slide to there. There we go. Same thing with this one. I'm amazed that I had this tool here. I remember I bought this little set of mini, you know, needle nose pliers and cutters, and basically it was a pack of 3 like this. And it's like, oh, it was like a $2. Like, why would I ever need this? What is this thing for? And I know what it's for now, and I'm amazed that it actually came in fucking handy. All right, so we placed the bearings in there, so we're good now on that shit. We didn't lubricate or anything, but I think we're good with that. So now it's basically reassemble, other than replacing this broken H on the freaking on the limit switch. So let me see if I got another H here. I know I printed several. We have a few here. Let me get some stuff out here. So this is one of the prints I was doing. And as you see, it did fairly good, except when you get to the top here, it kind of offset and it cut it off. It moved it to the side. You can see it better in this print here, where you can see where the y-axis, I mean the x-axis got kind of stuck, and it caused the whole system to skip over, and then it got off alignment. So that's the whole reason I wanted to swap this whole thing out, was because I was getting that issue. This is the original clips they had that came with it, and as you can see, they're broken. So I printed some new ones, and it looks like the one that's on here is one of the ones I printed. It's just it fucking snapped. I mean, I can replace it, but it's gonna snap again. I mean, I need a. Well, this one holds fairly well. It's not gonna snap. Yeah, these have a better, a lighter infill, so they're easier to manipulate. But the problem is that the way it bends it, it kind of causes this thing to squeeze out, and a lot of pressure on that corner, and that's what snaps it. Because this is the same thing. It's going to snap the same way. So even if I replace it, it's still going to have the same problem. So that's something I could fix later. So I'm not going to mess with it right now. I'm just going to get these rods in here. So I'm going to go ahead and slide these pieces of shit on. There we go. Yeah, something's not aligned well, but it could be that I don't have the thing over here yet. So maybe after I put this on here, it'll line up correctly. So I've got to make sure it goes the right way. Here we go. Okay. Okay, so one of the things, before I tighten this down, I need to make sure that this alignment works. I really should have removed this damn motor, but I didn't. Come on. Nope. Yeah, having this motor on here makes it a bit difficult. There we go. And now this one over here, this fucking thing. There we go. Alright, there. Get that one to its channel. Same thing with that one. Kind of looks aligned, everything. Well, this fucking thing's in the way it is. Alright. We should be able to plug it in now and go ahead and use this turning to fix the deal. So we're going to go back down to our positions, find the Z-axis, and do Z fast movement. And for some reason it chose the wrong one, not fast, but slow. Wait, why are you going the opposite way? That's not what I said, dude. Oh, come on. Don't undo. Piece of shit. Yeah. Hurry up. Stop doing what you're doing. Come on. Jesus fuck. I don't think I turned the damn thing the wrong way, but it just started going the opposite direction. And we were doing fine. We were going clockwise. Clockwise on the dial. Now that should be good enough. Let's go ahead and get these things reattached up here. So I'm just making sure these little nuts don't fall out. You see, it's going back up, isn't it? Why the fuck did it start going back up? No reason for it. I did not turn it. Fucking possessed shit. This one seems weird. What is up with you? Alright, so another thing, with this acrylic frame, don't you dare put too much pressure on it, because then you'll break it. Okay, this rod, oh, it's not there. Yeah, if you put too much pressure on these things, you'll definitely break the little thing. So they're not that strong. You just basically hand tighten them just enough. Enough so that it doesn't shake itself loose, you know? Alright, there we go. We got this thing on there. That feels horrible. There is some weird alignment issue or something going on here. Look at that. Look how it sticks. It's like a grind. Okay, so that's not good at all. It's most likely going to be the pitch of these things. Yeah, so that feels real rough. So if I use this little thing, just watch how much pressure it takes, okay? So I'm going to push it. That's a lot of pressure. That's not good. This is going to be far worse. Dang it. It could be several things. It can be these poles are like squeezed up and not proper measurements on either side. I think that's what the zip ties work. The zip ties allowed it to be somewhat loose so it can actually still slide on there. This metal frame, basically, that's it. You're kind of fucked. So one thing I can do is I can loosen each one of these up a little bit. I didn't do the what you call it, the bottom one, but we'll know in a second here. All right, so there. So let me loosen the bottom one as well. All I'm doing is just enough to break the tension. Okay, there, and now we can see. See, that's a lot smoother right there. Of course, it's gonna need some heavy grease or something. All right, so Jesus, that's a lot better. There's still some grinding. It feels like it's going on, but that's way better than what it was doing. All right, now these tension things, you can't really put much pressure on them because they begin to crack. So I mean that's it. It's so that the poles are held in place, but yeah, I'm gonna have to put some kind of maybe gun oil on there or something to smooth it up. I got that in, where the hell I got that? Oh, that's in the kitchen. So, all right, well that's on there. So let's get the belt on there, and then we can work on getting the extruder on there, and then we can actually try a print test. So I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect this shit. Now the belt's always been a pain in the ass, so I'm actually gonna turn this thing around. I should be able to work on it there. So I'm gonna turn this around so what, so you all can see it. All right, got this little belt here. It's actually down here. I don't know. You're probably not gonna be able to see that too well. I got this thing. It's covered up. This part's always a pain in the ass. So on this end over here, there's a little loop that it needs to go through and down and out. And this part is never freaking easy. Mainly because the belt is so rigid, like it's straight and it won't just slide down. So you just gotta mess with it until it actually curves. It's as if it was, if whoever made this print would have added some kind of, I want to say cleft, but I don't know if that's the right word. But just a little bit of curvature to it, it would have caused this thing to just loop around. Basically, I needed to come back around and loop, but pain in the ass, this part's one of the hardest ones here, is getting this thing, and the next part will be tightening this. Oh my gosh, you belt. Yeah, just go down. There you go, go down. Good, keep doing that, keep doing that. We're just gonna keep shoving it. Oh yeah, there you go. I took it. Yeah, you like that. Alright, so now I can take this belt on this end and go to the top. Alright, theoretically I can already tighten one side down, but nope. Alright, so this belt basically slides over here, over this end, and there's a little opening here that it slides through. It goes over the motor. Right, and then back out the same little hole it came through. And then we'll just go ahead and give it a little bit of tension. There we go. And there, and this is basically how we can tie it in there. So this tying part, pain in the ass. I haven't figured out how to do it yet. I figured that it would have to, there's these little slots that are on top of this little bolt that you would have to go in there. But unfortunately, you can't take this bolt off because it hits the top part here. So doing that is not going to work. I'm just trying to cause this bolt to go down just a little bit so I can actually, there we go, use it to cause some pressure. Right, and then I can pull this one. No, it fell out that side. So this is the hardest part here, other than getting that little son bitch over there, is how to tighten this part down. And it needs to anchor to this bullshit here in order to freaking work. Now there is plastic things that you can print that will freaking make anchors for this. But you need to be able to freaking print, and without anchoring this thing, we're not gonna be able to print. So like I was saying, there's these little loops, like little eye holes. If I can get this belt to come up through the holes, it will be golden. But in all my attempts, I've never been able to do that. And I know you all can't really see shit, but I got it lined up with this little eye hole here. I'm trying to get it to slide up that hole. Nope. Oh shit, I think I got it. Yeah, I think I got it. Okay, I got one of them. Okay, cool. If I can do the same to the other one, then we're fucking good. Hopefully you guys are gonna just stare at the back of my head and you're like, oh my god, that guy's, yeah dude, you're pretty bald, man. You need to get that take a look at it. Yeah, well that shit's, the hair's fucked by now. Ain't no returning from this mess unless I do some kind of stem cell bullshit. So I wonder who the fuck designed this part meant to be like this. Because if I can just jam it in there and then tighten the fuck out of it, that'd be great. See, like this, it's not going to hold unless I do that loop. Ah, my neck. I would really like to sit down, but the way this table is set up, it's so high. Let me see if I can sit down and just move some shit around. Yeah, y'all won't be able to see shit. This hard, it's not like y'all been actually seeing anything to begin with. Just basically hearing my voice. Okay. Fortunately, I still... There we go. Still can't get it. who designed this part. I mean, I could think of at least several different ways you could have done this. I mean, you could just drill a hole. There it goes. And I'll put a bolt in there. Okay, so. Alright, so that's there. That's going to cause problems there, but I could zip tie that back. So the only other part now is to make sure that it's tight. Not only that, but I also need to press this down so it doesn't get loose again. So let's see how much tension we have. I'm gonna grab, come on. I'll grab this side and then I'll see if I can pinch this end and tension it some more. Nope, I'll go this side. Okay, I might actually have to zip tie one down first and then tension the other one. So 3D printing, one of the best things to fucking have are zip ties. Lots of zip ties. I'm gonna do this side. Well, actually this side seems more of a pain in the ass. So I think I'll zip tie this side first instead. Okay. Okay, I think we got it. Now we just gotta hold on, make sure we tighten it up. So just pinch that, grab this. What I'm trying to do is grab the zip tie so I can pinch the fuck out of my hand. There we go. And then we use these little clippers to clip that off. Okay, so now that one's tied down. Alright, so with that tied down, now we can actually look. We're tightening this end. Okay, so alright, so I need to get a zip tie started. I haven't brought one with me. Got a whole bunch over here. Fucking cat was playing with the zip tie bag and it threw fucking zip ties everywhere. Yeah, that cat seems to be a major pain in the ass. But you know what? That's the reason I got the cat, was because I know it's a pain in the ass. You see, you gotta have difficulties in your life or else it becomes boring and mundane. Okay, now we can go ahead and clip this one. Good. Alright. Okay, now there's really no need to bolt this thing down, but just so it doesn't make noise, um, I use this needle nose to try to. I don't think I have a key here. Let me see, I do have a few little wrenches here that came with stuff, but there's no way I think it's gonna freaking fit. But we'll see. Maybe someone actually read. Holy shit, that's amazing. So this little wrench I'm using actually came with one of the extruders. Oh wow. That's tight. That's too tight, I think. I mean, the belt's not tight. All right, we'll see. That's all set. So let's go ahead and turn this thing around again. What kind of shit that's underneath this thing? And normally the way I'm picking it up, you don't want to do that. No, that's what it was, the extruder and shit. There's feed cables, all kinds of other cables that goes underneath. Okay. I keep getting this freaking tripod. Okay. Wow, that just feels so. Look at this. It creates power. You can see the screen lights up. All right, so let's go ahead and plug this thing in and see if the motor can handle that shit. If it's not, then we're gonna have to do something. I think the realignment is gonna be needed. Basically, what we did earlier, where we loosened everything up, slide it back and forth, and it became smooth. Because the tension on the belt is not much, but something is causing it to be a pain in the ass. So this is gonna be our x-axis. Okay, so this force that I'm feeling here, it's not really the tension of the pull, it's the tension of the motor spinning. So that's why it is. It's like the brushes or whatever the fuck's going on. There's like little, there's like little magnets in there, so magnets. So I think that's what that is, because it seems like the motor handled it just fine. All right, so this is the extruder we're going to be using, standard thing. Really didn't see how I was going to do this. Now, one thing I had a problem with was that the temperature sensor broke. So I ordered a pack of 10 temperature sensors. So we got to add a temperature sensor now. So I'm going to go in here and find one. See if I can find the old one. So I found the old one. And grab some of these new ones. Alright, so this is the old one. As you can see, I did my little wire repair there. Well, this is actually the way it came. But this little thing up here, basically this little ring, if I remove this or slide this down, we can see the break. See that other little cable right there? That's where it's broken. And yeah, I don't know if we can see that. Very hard to see, but it's broke right there, the line. All right, so this one has this little copper sleeve on there that helps protect it from getting smushed by the screw, on the tightening screw. I don't see a way of taking this off and then remounting it on the other one. I mean, I could probably, cut it out of here. Uh, but trying to just slide this out, I can't because the bottom is crimped and it won't let it come out. Um, the new ones I bought, basically pack of 10, they're all in here. They don't have that little thing. The only reason we want that thing is to be able to tighten it down without crushing it. Basically without crushing this little glass piece. So I think what I might do is actually wrap it in aluminum foil, stick it in there, and then tighten it up. Because it shouldn't be going anywhere because it's somewhat going to be tightened down by the one of the screws there. So let's go ahead and look at one of these cables. Let's grab one of these. Oh, let's take the whole packet out. So yeah, this little pack of 10 was like maybe freaking, I don't know, $6 to $10, probably less. There should be 10 of them in here, and they're all the 1K, you know, so they should be good enough for this. And honestly, if you like compare the two cables exactly to each other, it's pretty dead on that this was the same exact cable that the Chinese folks, I mean, it's the exact same product that the Chinese manufacturer used when they put this thing together. So, yeah. I'm hoping that this thing is not so fucking wrapped up in itself that I won't be able to pull one out. I think I'm gonna have to do them all. That's unfortunate. Okay. Whoever wrapped these twisted them. There we go. We got one. I want to keep everything somewhat still neat because I don't like having giant packets of shit just flying everywhere. Okay, there. All right, so the new one we got. This is it. So it's all there. It's all in place. Bulb is still good. So this is going to go into one of these here, and then it's going to be tightened. Oops. Actually, that's the screw hole. Here we go. So where is my? So this one's right here. It's going to probably go right there and clamp. Now I need to wrap this in some kind of aluminum so I can stick it in there and feel it sits nice and snug. Other thing would be the sleeving. I mean, I could try. I mean, trying to see how I can. Yeah, the thing is, this part won't slide over that spot right. And even once you get it in there, it just sits inside this little sleeve. Yeah, it's not going to do much. The aluminum foil will probably be best. So let me go get some aluminum real quick, and then we'll wrap that up and then get it going. I'll just leave the camera running here. It'll take me long to get aluminum. No, stay there, dog. All right, I tried grabbing a small piece, but instead I got this giant chunk. This is basically aluminum foil. You know, nothing too fancy. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut off a little bit of it. You really don't need much. There we go. That's probably way too much, but we can cut it up as we need. So, all right. So I'm gonna just go ahead and fold this up, just to try and make it a little bit, make some tape. Okay. I'm gonna find the little bulb here. I'm basically just gonna wrap this around there. If I can get it on there. There we go. This is actually a lot harder to do than I thought. Mainly because the bulb is round, so this thing just kind of circles around it. You know, it doesn't actually do shit. Okay, there we go. Not the best thing, but or not the prettiest looking thing. We're gonna jam this in there now. Hopefully we can get it in there. Before we do that, we need to probably remove, or not remove, but lessen those. Okay, this, I think it's this little one. Okay, find my thing. We'll jam this in there if we can. Okay, my aluminum thing is too big. So I need to unwind it a little bit. There we go, we'll just cut it there in half. Now let's see if this one fits in there. Wait, is it the same hole? No, that's the wrong hole we want. We want this one over here. It's very tight. Yeah, we're gonna take more aluminum off. There we go. Okay, so it looks like it went in just fine. Let me find my little thing to tighten it up. Here it is. Now you can't squeeze too hard because this is a glass bulb in there. We can shatter it. Or it doesn't have to make pressure. Alright, so that does it. Now on this particular one, there are these bolts here. I'm trying to see where it is though. So that's the one that tightened it. Oh, this one doesn't have that deal where it sandwiches it. So basically this slides in here. Alright. And then we tighten up our deals here. There we go. And now our thermostat here needs to be wired up correctly. I'll wire that afterwards once we get this thing mounted. And then we'll figure out how we're going to get this here. I haven't used this mount before, so I got to figure out how I'm going to actually put it on here so it can, you know, have pressure. You know, stick it like this, go like this. We got to go through that, which might be causing problems. This one doesn't have the quick, you know, release for the damn thing. So I might actually have to undo all this shit, get it in here, and then stick the bullshit in there so I can, so that way I can, you know, tighten it on there. So, lucky this one's not hooked up, so I can just, you know, rotate the whole thing out of here. So, what's spinning? Seems like the whole bottom bolt is spinning. Okay. This damn cable's causing problems. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna have to remove this cable to make it easier, because if not, we're gonna freaking twist this wire so much that we're gonna snap it. There we go, we took it out. Alright, so we're just gonna remove this on bitch. I don't know. Okay. This goes up here, this goes down there. Now, there's these little mounts down here that everything should kind of screw into. This here is more just like a little brake, so we know how the distance is. Alright, so if I do this, the problem with that is that I won't be able to screw the top part on. So I need to go ahead and bring it down to about there. And then already set this some bitch up here so it can bolt into it or screw into it. Yep. You know what, the alignment for that was going to be a lot harder. It wasn't. Okay, so you can't go too high here because this will hit that deal up there. There's a little pulley, which I can't see right now, so I might have to undo this so we can actually look at that and make sure that's all aligned correctly. Where is it? Is this one? No, that's a regular star. Let me get those. I tell you, man, you gotta have so many freaking tools ready to go. The only reason I have a majority of this shit already is because I've already been working on this for a while, and it seems like every time it's a pain in the ass. Alright, so in here, there is this little wheel here. You got to make sure that this thing does not hit it. It doesn't look like it does, so it looks pretty good. But also, we don't really want that to be so tight, or that close. So what I'm looking for is that little wrench I had. This one works with this little nut. And what I'm going to do is going to bring it down just a little bit. Probably about there. I'm going to see where I want my wiring. I want it there, there. Okay, so that's where my temperature thing is going to go. That's my thing. So my temperature is going to be on this side, so it needs to be like this. And we're just going to take this little nut, take it to the top, and we're going to go ahead and tighten it up here. Okay, so now that part's tight. This part is loose. It's not what I want. Would have been better if the bottom plate was not threaded. That way it would pull down this top piece of shit. Because now this is going to be all loose. Now there is other holes here. I think there's one here, and there is a bolt that I can go up here, and that will lock this thing in, and that'll stop it from doing all that shaking shit. So we might do that. But that should fix that. So what I want to do is grab a piece of, where to go? I had a piece, just laid it out here. There it is. Piece of filament. And what I wanted to do is run through here. There we go. It fit right in, right perfect. So boom, boom, right in. Okay, so the alignment's good on that stuff. Cool. So that's it. All I got to do now is basically reassemble this stuff in there. I can put my fan back. Go. There's actually some plastic inserts that go right here that are missing. I mean, it'll still be still fine. Okay, so now we gotta get our other stuff in there, our thermostat and our heater. So this is a heater. Heater's gonna go in there. We're gonna grab this little thing that we were using earlier and tighten it. And we're just gonna go ahead and tighten that heater in there. It's one of them. And there we go. Just hand tighten, okay. And now we're gonna want to do the temperature gauge. Does not want to go in there, so let me pull this little bolt out some more. Okay, it looks like the aluminum kind of came off. There we go. It might be easier to find something small. Wrap it around that shit first. Okay, like that. Alright, and then shove that damn temperature gauge in there. There we go. And then we can shove that sumbitch in there. It's going in there, come on. Ah. No. It's like the back end, the aluminum balls up for some reason. Find something. Okay. Okay, so what's happening is the aluminum is getting stuck halfway, and the little cord just goes straight through. So I'm going to cut this a little bit thinner now. This should cause it to be a little bit better, hopefully. A lot of people will just shove this shit in there and be like, there, it's done, you know. But I want to at least take proper temperature readings. Oh, man. There we go. I went ahead and crimped the front so that way. Oh, come on, thing. As you push, it should take the whole thing in there. Nope, doesn't want. Ah, fuck it. These aluminum pieces are too fucked. It's crazy. It's just a little thing that I need to do. Okay, this is a nice little cone. No, it fell out. Come on. Why is this? There we go, cable. All right, if I can just get that tightened. Come on. All right, good. Pinched it. Okay, cool. We got it. Finally. Fuck. Okay. So that is it. All we need to do now is hook that into the board. And then we can do some cable management. Basically, our cables, we're going to want, man, this is a mess. What the hell happened? Oh, they're being pinched here. That's why. That's why I was acting all weird when I was doing this part here. There we go. There, now it actually sits flush. Piece of crap. All right, there we go. So this one, all of these cables, we can go at the top. I'm gonna go ahead and do a zip tie there. I can find zip ties, put them all away. There. Grab like 4 of them for now. There we go. And I do have some of that stuff you put on there to, you know, basically wrap your wires. I'm just gonna put these little zip ties in here for now until I get everything plugged in and then we get it tested. So yeah, basically the very last part is putting the little mounts on here and plugging it in. The temperature setting plug. Do I have the old one on here? Let me see. Nope, I just see. No, it's missing the old one there. So I gotta find where the fuck that plug's at, and then I gotta swap the cables out. So now that I remember correctly, here it is. Where's my electrical tape? Oh, the cat freaking hated. Oh, the dog loves electrical tape. So I'm going to go find that shit. All right, so here's my little plug. This is off an old motherboard from it's an LED light, and it has a little plug we need. So basically, we just need to hook this up into it, and then we should be good. And then we can actually plug that into the board. Here, I gotta find out what's what. As far as temperature goes, I don't believe it should matter. And if it does, we just flip it on the head. So we don't have to worry about this part. We just need to get this thing wired in there. I usually use my teeth for this. I got wire cutters, but I always tend to freaking cut the wires. funny that with my teeth I feel like I have more control. Let me see if I have some heat shrink wrap, and then I can wrap that, and then shit be done with it. Should have some heat tubing here somewhere. It's electrical tape. Yeah, not sure of the tubing, but I found a piece of electrical tape. It's an old piece of electrical tape, but you know what? Fuck it. We work with what we got, right? Remember when I was a kid, I used to always tear shit apart and then reassemble it. And yes, I would always reassemble it correctly. Sometimes I'd experiment and see, okay, what happens if I don't put this back in here, and stuff like that. Find out what things do. Like one of the things I remember that completely surprised me was in a cassette player, the little head that reads the magnetic tape was that same head also produced a magnetic signal. So if you were to take that connection and remove that little magnetic head and plug it into like an audio plug, like another speaker or something like that, and put that on top of another audio head, it would actually transfer audio. And then I think I saw it somewhere, like yeah, I think I saw somebody had that cassette tape thing, and I was like, oh, that's weird. Well, how does that work? And then I went ahead and built my own, and holy shit, it fucking worked. And I was like amazed. That was amazing. Okay, so hell, all I gotta do is plug this thing in, and I think we're golden. So I'll plug it in real quick here. I still have this thing fucking plugged. It's okay. Oops, did I fuck up the camera? No. So this thing goes down here. That's it. So let's turn power to this thing. We still have to level this and all that crap, but I want to see if the temperature comes up. All right, so I am actually reading 25 degrees and 26 degrees. The print bed most likely is 25 due to the large surface area. I'm going to go ahead and turn the head on. Go to extruder. No. There's some presetting somewhere. Quick settings. See, preheat ABS. PLA. Okay, there, I hit it. So this should temperature to 190. And there it goes, it's going up. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, it's starting to get hot. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn this thing off. And I think we're done here. I have to clean up the wires and stuff, but I'll go ahead and get this stuff fixed up. I don't feel like actually trying to print anything with this right now. So maybe tomorrow, or maybe whenever, if you all let me know if you actually like seeing these kind of videos, maybe we can actually get some bitch working and we can actually start printing stuff, because I want to do, it's the bed I was heating up, not I was heating up the block. The block's pretty hot already. What I want to do is basically I take models, like 3D models from video games, and then turn them into prints. That's what I want to continue doing. And I've been wanting to build a few models myself, so I'm actually looking to doing some 3D modeling and also doing some stuff on the printer here. I've never been able to really get a good print out of this thing, so it's been almost freaking 2 years messing with this thing. Maybe not 2 years, maybe a year and a half now. Going on 2 years. So it'd be nice to actually get this thing working to a point where it can freaking make stuff. Alright, well, y'all let me know if this interests you, and if you like it, give it a thumbs up if you want, and also put me a comment and stuff. All right, I'll catch you all later.